Hello, and welcome to today's Speaky Card reading. Today's topic is, what does your colleagues and bosses think about you after you leave the room? For that, we have two piles, pile number one and pile number two. Now, let's get started. Hello, pile one. Let's see what your boss and co workers think about you once you leave the room. The devil. Clearly, you guys are extremely savvy. You are somebody who is very sophisticated, who's very well spoken. People literally feel that you are somebody who's very charismatic, very dynamic. Probably a lot of you speak multiple languages, good at multiple things, not only just at your craft. You are very good at other things as well. That kind of a person you are. And I'm saying, like, people are your even your bosses are pretty insecure, borderline jealous of your abilities. They are very insecure around you for sure. Queen of Swords, you are a person who is very wise, very intelligent, somebody who has seen. Sorry, I'm just changing the camera direction a little bit. Okay, so you have seen a lot of life. You have been through the crests and troughs of life, and what that has taught you is you're very sharp, intelligent, very sharp tongued as well. You see right through people's facade. People can't fool you easily. That is another thing that people like your boss and your co-workers think about you, that this is a person whom you cannot fool easily. Yeah, you are also very wise. See how wise this person is. You're very wise, way wiser beyond your age. You are somebody who is like this big tree. You could be in your 20s, mid to late 20s, that is, but so wise because of the experiences that life has thrown at you. That kind of a person you are. Three of Wands, you are somebody who is, you're very self-made. You're dedicated, determined, very self-made. You know where you want to be, and you have walked towards that. People see you as somebody who is very respect worthy, but at the same time you have earned that respect. It was not handed down to you. And I'm seeing, like, there are loads of jealousy coming your way from even your bosses. They are very insecure, pretty insecure about you for sure. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. It's one of the nicest cards you can have. You know what? I'm seeing you're absolutely self made. You live your life today with an attitude of gratitude, and it shows. You haven't been this secure, even financially, especially materialistically and financially. You haven't been this secure, and today you appreciate. Most of us, when once we reach a point, we want the next best thing, so we are always like looking over our shoulders in a way, like not happy with our current situation. But you're not one of those. You're already, where you were a few years back, maybe a few months back, and how far you have come. You realize that, you appreciate that. Life has given you a lot of reasons to celebrate, to be like, you count your blessings every single day, and that keeps you very grounded. I'm getting a lot of, very suave, very dynamic, but also actually on the inside you are a very hardworking, grounded kind of a person. That's what I'm saying. And some of your bosses and co-workers, they realize that, and this is a very enviable quality to have. All right, Six of Wands, you're very ambitious. Like, this is a person who is very passionate about their work, and they are like, if you have to put in 24 hours of work 7 days a week in order to get a project done, you will do just that. Maybe you guys have already done that and have reached wherever you have financially, like career wise. So your ambition shines brightly, and that is something that your boss and co-workers think about you when you leave the room, because they feel really threatened at times. Three of Pentacles, you have been the architect of your own life, your own career. Yeah, you are very self-made. A lot of you could be self-taught, like, even in web designing, a lot of people are there who are totally self-taught. they have like literally taught themselves everything and have applied that and have reached a position in life. You are like one of those. You are a very strong person emotionally, financially. You're very strong, you're determined, you're courageous, you're moving along, moving ahead with full force and strength. I'm seeing that it is somebody who is very courageous, very determined, ready to move ahead in life kind of a person. You're also the magician. With a magician, people think your bosses, especially, you have endless, infinite potential. You are the architect as well as the alchemist of your own destiny. You're not just the architect. You are the architect, yes, and the alchemist. You know exactly what you want out of your life. And remember, the magician has all four elements of nature. It's not just the coins or the wands. You have all four to you, and you have used the four elements of nature to manifest this current life. So people think that you have strong manifestation capabilities. Basically, like an alchemist, as I say, you have created your own life. A lot of people also think that you're probably a little bit stingy with money. Some people think you're stingy, some people think you're awesome with money. You are somebody who does not believe in like nonsensical show off which does not make any sense. I'll not do it, I'll not spend over all that. It does not make sense, let's not do it. That kind of a person. You are somebody who does not believe in throwing your money away. That is something that you do not do. Ace of Wands, you are a person who is very, Ace of Wands is a person who is very, you are very passionate about your work, very determined, very driven, very passionate, very courageous, very bold. That kind of a person. You are a person who knows what they want out of their life and are willing to go full throttle. Two of Pentacles is somebody who is, you tend to manage your career. There is a balance between work life balance, that's I call it, between work and personal life. You manage it very well. Like a lot of you have family, your relationship, your spiritual life, your like thriving professional life, and people think like, how do they manage everything so well? You are very good at managing things, like multitasking. That's your specialty, and people are pretty jealous. I'm seeing like your bosses being envious of your capabilities. You're very good at making money. In money related things, you're very good because you are somebody who has not forgotten where you came from. You have suffered, you have seen that lack, but never let that lack get into your head. Instead, you have always manifested more and more and more, and hence you're living this life. Your co workers and your bosses, they understand this thing about you, and they are really, they are flabbergasted. Some of they are envious. I mean, they can envy you but they cannot ignore you. That's the thing. You're very good at celebrating every milestone. First of all, I'm seeing life is giving you in the next few months, or in the last few months, you have already done it. You have hit some major milestones and celebrating, and people are looking at you in awe. Like when people, those people who are in the celebratory mode, other people are envious. That's like a part of them will be envious, like I wish I could be there. That kind of a situation. A secondly, you are full of life. You believe in celebrating life. So that is another thing I'm saying. Like you genuinely believe in celebrating every moment to the fullest. Wheels of Fortune number 10. Number 10 shows in tarot a new beginning. With your own hard work and your manifestation abilities, you guys have opened a new door, a new chapter in your life. You've turned your life 180-degree around. You are, today, you are the person who, you have become the person who is so much better than who you used to be, so much more accomplished. There was a time when these are the people who used to talk down on you. They are the ones who are looking up to you when you are not doing well. But today you have turned your life around, turned it around. Six of Pentacles. You are a person who is, you know, first of all, a lot of you are Libras. Secondly, you are somebody who is a giver. You are seen, you're known for your charitable donations, charities, donations, charitable actions. That's what. And you're known for that, and people really respect you. People really judge you also based on your this thing. Like, people really think you're very, very empathetic, very compassionate. Six of Pentacles. You are a person who is, you are, this is a person who is very, how shall I put it, um you're very good. People think that you're so empathetic and compassionate, first of all, towards your juniors in the office setting, in work setup. Towards your juniors, you're very compassionate. Those who are not, like, new in the workspace, you are very compassionate. You are not critical, first of all. Secondly, you're very good with kids. That's what they feel, that you'll make a fantastic parent. If you aren't already a parent, you would make a fantastic one. The Star card, literally, I'm seeing another thing, like, given your personality, you tend to get a lot of attention, understandably, wherever you go, and that makes a lot of your co-workers really jealous. Bold, face your problems head on with confidence and courage, and you emerge victorious. That's exactly who you are. That's what they feel like. You are somebody who tend to, yeah, you're like faced with impediments, but you face them with full confidence head on and move over it. That makes you even more, like, that gives you the victory that you're enjoying in life today. Instead of being perturbed, instead of being scared, you face them head on. Wolverine, you're a lot tougher than you think. They think, like, your colleagues and bosses feel that you're a very tough person, very tough person. Elk, stand tall and maintain your dignity no matter what, and others will treat you with the respect that you deserve. Exactly. You are somebody who is very dignified and ensure that others also treat you in that manner. Don't deem to fit in. Exactly. You are a person who does not believe in fitting into a mold that other people have created for them. Instead, you believe, you're a very independent minded person. Wolf, you are somebody, a wolf is a person, you do not mess with people unnecessarily, but if somebody rubs you the wrong way, I mean, you can be one of their worst enemies. And that aggression, that silent aggression that you have, that tend to make you in even more, like, a lot of your bosses might also be a little bit scared. Shift your perception. The perception about you has also shifted. I'm seeing, like, people, the way they perceive you today has also shifted. Prosperity lies ahead. You are a very, like, your bosses and your co-workers feel that you have a very prosperous future ahead. That is one thing that they feel about you, and communication is key. You are, like, a lot of you are very well spoken, very eloquent. By the way, guys, if you like my content, please, please, please hit the like button, share and subscribe. Your support would mean so much to me. Take control over your narrative. Exactly. You are somebody who cannot be controlled by others. You have a very free spirited, independent minded person. You do not seek other people's approval, and you have learned to make yourself your own priority in your life. This is what your bosses and your co-workers think about you, a very free spirited, independent minded person. All right, pile one, I hope you have had some clarity over your situation. If yes, please hit the like button, share and subscribe. Thank you. Namaste. Hello, hello, pile 2. Let's see, what does your co-workers and bosses think about you after you leave the room. Clearly, they think that you're extremely ambitious, very driven, and also very intelligent and very, very capable at what you do. You have created your own way in the work place through your own capability, your intelligence. Like basically it's through your skills and capability. You could be, a lot of you could be a very left brain driven person. It can also be, let's see, we'll see how it turns out to be, but a lot of people think that you're very capable, you bring a lot of skills, a lot of capability in place. You're also somebody who never gave up in life. You have the spirit, you possess the spirit of never giving up in life. You are a fighter, see, you're like this tortoise in the like in uh, whenever you're faced in the face of severe impediments, you never gave up, you never bowed down, you never escaped the battlefield. Instead, you fought on and won the situation, made it in your favor. Somehow you did it. So that's the thing, that is something that they really think about you, very appreciative of you, that this is a person who has really faced a lot of odds in life but never really gave up. 10 of words swords, clearly I'm seeing that you have been through a phase where you felt totally backstabbed, betrayed, and totally drained, but you never gave up. Yes, it's all coming together. I love this kind of messages. You felt betrayed, backstabbed, nobody cares about me, who the hell cares about me kind of a phase, but you never gave up in the face of severe impediments, severe criticism, severe backstabbing and betrayals. You never gave up on your own self. You never said that, what, okay, this is it, I can't do it anymore. Instead, you kept on pushing harder ahead in life. The World card, clearly you are a person who has, you have manifested a lot of things in life. One is, I'm seeing there is an upgradation that has happened in your life, an upgradation in the place you live in, upgradation in the lifestyle that you're living in. I'm seeing a lot of you are today moving around, very frequent travels with the world, because you're seeing the world, frequent travels, and people are noticing, like, you have had an upgradation overall, and your bosses, your colleagues are noticing that about you. You're also a very balanced person, very stable, very balanced. What I'm seeing, yes, in the face of severe stress and pressure in the workplace, we all tend to face a lot of stress, pressure, and stuff. You tend to, when people are feeling really jumpy and jittery, you tend to manage to stay calm. Sorry, I had to adjust the tripod. Okay, you manage to stay very calm, very dignified, very cool headed, and try to execute. You are one of those people who tend to execute their plans even under severe pressure. That's what your boss and colleagues think, and that they actually appreciate that and feel a little bit threatened when they can't deliver. When no one can deliver, you can. Two of wands, you are a very a very driven person. You are, when it comes to your work, you're very competitive. You do not give an edge to anybody. It can be your best friend, but you'll not give them that extra edge. Instead, you fight for your own stuff. You are somebody who would fight for their own stuff. You are somebody who literally, you are a fighter. You're a savage fighter. That's what I'm seeing. 7 of swords, you are also very calculating. See, this guy, he is hiding behind the trees and waiting for his chance. He is not going straight away and attacking, because he knows that there are 3 people against whom he'll have to fight all alone. Hence, he is hiding with all his ammunitions and waiting for the right chance, right opportunity to strike. A very cool headed guy, cool headed girl, very cool headed, very determined, knowing. You look at life like a chess game. You might win a few steps, but you might lose a few steps in the process. Doesn't matter how people perceive you. All that matters to you is your own personal gains and wins. People might call you opportunistic. I'm seeing, like, a lot of people, your bosses and colleagues, they think you're opportunistic because you've gone far ahead of a lot of people, in a shorter time period, but what they're not realizing is you have achieved it with your own hard work and determination. You are somebody who has worked very hard to reach wherever they have. You are also, I'm seeing you're very successful. Yeah, and you are like a threat to your bosses. Of course, your like co-workers, absolutely, even to your bosses, they feel that this is a person who has achieved a lot in a very short time period, and that is something that perturbs a lot of people. Seven of Pentacles, yes, you are somebody who is like, you are a person who is very hardworking, who has always been very hardworking right from the beginning. And the rewards, the benefits that you're getting today is because you're reaping the rewards of your past hard work. You've been very, like, people see the outward success, people see the stability in the face of severe impediments. What they do not see is the kind of thrashing, like life throws all of us under the bus at some point, and you have been there at a pretty early stage. So you do not take anything for granted. You are not an entitled person. Instead, you are somebody who is very pragmatic, strong head over their shoulders. They know what they expect and are walking towards it full throttle. So these are the qualities which makes a very successful person, from an average to above average person in the first place. And that is something that your bosses and colleagues think. You're also very wise, very balanced. Yeah, a lot of you, I'm hearing, could be having a strong Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Libra, this kind of people, like very balanced. They know where they stand, they know where their capabilities are, and accordingly they try to work around it. You're very, very driven, very determined, very feisty when it comes to your work. Very feisty, driven, determined, that kind of a personality. You're also very giving in nature. You're known for being compassionate, empathetic, especially towards the have-nots, and people really respect you. Your colleagues, your bosses, excuse me, they really, really respect you. That this is a person who does not keep, like, there is nothing wrong in enjoying your own wealth, but you're probably one of those people who tend to give away a significant amount of the money that you make. That is something that people really appreciate. Those people who do not like you also will appreciate for that. The Empress energy, yeah, you get a lot of attention wherever you go. A young achiever, somebody who has achieved so much, a very capable person. Yeah, and the Empress and the Peacock, very similar kind of energy I'm getting. Let yourself stand out and be noticed. You tend to literally stand out. You are being noticed at every place and position because of your own, it's because of your own aura, because you stand out so much. I'm seeing you are a person who is very, very, your bosses are also very insecure because you're very charismatic, very colorful, very dynamic. A lot of you probably speak multiple languages. Managing the client is something that comes to you naturally. Nobody taught you, but you're very good at that. Blue heron, make a stand for what you believe in and do what feels right, in spite of any judgment or disapproval from others. Exactly. You are somebody who also has a very strong head over your shoulders. You stand up for what you feel is right. Falcon, act on the opportunity that's before you and commit to it without equivocation. Exactly. You are somebody a lot of people will call opportunistic, because you are very good at identifying the opportunities before others did. People are complacent, you are not. And so they name you opportunistic. But at work, that's something that we need to have, right? Indulge your creative, imaginative, and magical side through some form of artistic expression. A lot of you also have an artistic, could be a writing thing or a painting thing. A lot of you could be having that kind of an artistic outlet to you as well. Kiwi, do a walking meditation each day for the next week. A lot of you could also be into spirituality. Spirituality, meditation could also be a thing for a lot of you. Yeah, yes. See, it's a confirmation. Pisces can also be significant. Scorpio can also be significant for a lot of you. Meditation. Meditation is key for a lot of you guys. Meditation, meditation, meditation. Surrender to the divine. You guys have literally like significant people. There is a dichotomy I'm seeing. You're very practical when it comes to your work, but at a personal life, at a personal level, you guys are very spiritual, very like totally surrendering to the divine. You probably are one of those people who have manifested a lot of their like material success through their total surrendering to the divinity. You believe in divine intervention, and that's why you feel a lot of good things have happened. The energy is gaining momentum. Literally, I'm seeing a lot of people are supporting you, becoming your like supporters and fans in your workplace. That's what people feel like. This is a very popular person. That's the thing that is coming to my mind. You're fearless, you're strong, you have a very strong head over your shoulders. Yes, I mean, these things make you very popular, of course. Move in a new direction. Yes, a lot of you could be like you love to travel, or maybe it's your work that makes you travel a lot and you love that as well, and people really comment on that, that wow, what a life they have. Like, it's because of their work that they get to travel. We wish we had that. But what they don't see is frequent travels can have its own set of negative aspects on your health and your family. People don't see that. People only see the positives. Thorns, weave together the crown you deserve. Exactly. You are a person who has literally have that capability of turning the adversity into opportunity. Life throws lemons at you, you make a lemonade out of it. That kind of a personality you are, which people really appreciate. You can be your own net. You're a very strong person. People literally talk about your mental strength, that this person doesn't give up, is not perturbed at the like the slightest stuff. They are not perturbed by them. Protest, start a revolution. You are a person who is pretty revolutionary, a rebel in nature. So that is another thing that people think. All right, guys, if you like my content, please, please, please hit the like button, share and subscribe. Guys, your support means so much to me. So if you like my content, please support my channel. Thank you. Namaste.